Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Carrie and we talk about faith, family, and kids videos. Today's just gonna basically be a life update video on the family side of things, so let's get to it. This past couple weeks, I have been using the app called Mom. It actually comes with the ovulation test that I will link below that I got off of Amazon. They're really cheap and you can get them in a box with pregnancy tests too. You can take your ovulation test and then take a picture of it, and then it goes into a log, and basically you can see like every single ovulation test that you've ever taken. And I was kind of concerned at first because I had seen on other people's YouTube channels how whenever they charted their ovulation, it would go slowly from light to dark, and it would just get darker and darker and darker. Well, mine were kind of like saying low, 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 as you can see here, and then all of a sudden they just like jumped the next day. So in one day they jumped from, you can see here, 0.11 to 0.52, and it stayed pretty high. They do say to test 2 times a day once you get into the high, so that way you know exactly like kind of when it drops off, and if you're regular in your cycles, then that helps you know like literally exactly when you're going to be having that window of fertile that fertile window and ovulation. So this is what we're using to help us make a baby, you know, God willing. After Tyler finishes mowing the lawn, which he loves to mow the lawn, and we just got, you know, that new lawnmower. I'll link the video right here if you haven't seen it, but he's in love with that thing, and I always try to help somehow. So I'll grab a weed eater, I'll grab hedge trimmers. Last week I cleaned out the gutters. Like, I just try to make sure that I'm not always sitting in here just doing stuff. But after he's done with that, the weed eating doesn't need to really be done. The stuff hasn't grown enough for me to need the hedge trimmers, but I probably will still go out there and kind of look for things to do. But after that, we're going to try to take advantage of the nice weather and go on a walk. I don't know if we're going to put corn out today for the deer or not. I'm going to include some footage here. Last weekend, whenever we went to put corn out for the deer, it was funny because we actually saw that corn was growing, like where we had scattered it. So the deer had maybe like chomped some down into the mud, and it had gone down far enough where it started growing. So that was pretty interesting to see. I'll also show some footage here of the butterflies that we have. I want to say swallowtail is what they're called. I could be completely wrong. There's really pretty yellow and black butterflies, and they love being on these particular flowers for some reason. So we saw a ton of them here. We also saw them down at our papa's house, and they are just gorgeous. There was a storm with a tornado that came through not too long ago, and it took down several trees in the path that we take with the trackers. So this here is just Tyler. We actually hand macheted that tree all the way to halfway before we gave up, backed down the incline, and got a chainsaw to go across. But we were both pretty proud of ourselves for getting that like done by hand for the most part. This is a turtle that I saved. He was like right in the path of our tracker, and I spaced him up and I saved him. We have trail cameras around where we are going to be hunting this year. Well, we have what we call a unicorn, and it is a deer that has just one horn, and it's not where we've been putting out corn. It's in like a separate area, but I got a couple funny pictures of it. This picture is the best one right here. Hilarious. So anyways, that's kind of what our last weekend has been. So even though this is a rental house, the owner told us we could paint the walls, we could do whatever basically. So in the kitchen, if you've watched any of my other videos, you can see the awful orange in there, which when we first moved in, Tyler was excited about because go Vols. you know, that, I don't even know, Vols, I think you say Vols, I don't know. So anyways, we got some subway tile that we are going to put in there, and it's like a peel and stick subway tile. And then I had like this pallet wood that I think I put in a video like not too long ago. Oh, it was in the video whenever I was talking about like how I became allergic to gluten. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it here. It's pretty interesting. But this is the same piece of wood. It just got sanded down by my brother-in-law, and I think it's gonna go this way. But we have the hose clamps on there, and there's only 5 spots on there, but that's fine because right now that's how many labeled jars I have anyways. So it's got some cracks and stuff, but I kind of love the rustic look of it. And I feel like it will look really good up against white subway tile. And then eventually what I want to do is, like, I might, this one's probably going to stay orange for a while. It probably is. But eventually I want to change this into something else too, like possibly even just white it out. So with the hardware being diagonal, I think it would be kind of hard to maybe like replace it. I think we're going to just try to paint these black. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Let's cover up for something, a hole maybe. But we're gonna try to get all this right here, subway tile. And then at least on this side, subway tile, peel and stick, look-alike. And then maybe this as well. Look at my hubby. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, update with the intermittent fasting. I, this week, saw the lowest weight that I have ever seen on the scale since I started doing this. Is this camera crooked? Is this like, I feel like it kind of is. Hold on. You wanna be in the vlog? What's up?
Hey.
Why'd you stop?
Because I about got ate up by a wasp.
Oh.
I hit the upper clothesline up here, the upper hole.
Oh yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, they come flying out of there and was swarming around me, so
Alright, good luck
take
with
care
that.
of them.
Okay, good luck with that, babe. I think in the next month or so, I am going to be putting together a Q&A, so keep a watch out on my Instagram for that. And I'll see you guys next video.
You're farther than a kiss on the phone. There's things about you I'll never know.